Things That Piss Me Off, Part 7. Arcade Trolls. Remember the good old days, before home consoles became all that great graphically, and the only great graphical experience that you can get was when you went down to your local arcade hall, or wherever it was at, whether it was at a movie theater, or at a Scandia golf center, or wherever. And you could play these arcades and just have the time of your life with these awesome graphics. Just the smell of the arcade rooms, just the atmosphere, the sound of all the games playing all together in the same room. There was just something magical about it. And the Simpsons arcade right here, oh yeah, that was awesome. I really loved playing that, and I'm surprised that never came out on any home console. Hello, Virtual Console, I'm talking to you. But anyways, throughout the years, arcades played a major role in the video game industry. I mean, I'll never forget awesome games like the Ninja Turtles arcade, which I spent $50 in once. And even the Turtles in Time arcade, I never even saw this myself. The awesome NBA Jam, I never even liked basketball games before that. Cruis'n USA, the first racing game I ever got addicted to, and I really loved it. I don't know if it was just because I knew it was by Nintendo, or I just happened to think it was fun, I don't know. And once again by Nintendo, Killer Instinct, another arcade I really loved. I had some fun playing it. Didn't play it too much, though. In fact, I don't even remember if this is the Killer Instinct that I played in arcades, I don't know. And Primal Rage, a very unusual fighting game with dinosaurs. Kind of liked that. And the arcade powerhouse that swept the nation by storm, Street Fighter II. That game was phenomenal. It was awesome. It was so fun. The play control was fun. It just an overall great game. And I was a big fan of Street Fighter II for a while. But then, during the same days as Street Fighter II, I eventually saw another arcade. It had digitalized graphics. The fighters looked realistic. It looked awesome. I was really into this new game. It was called Mortal Kombat. And I eventually became so addicted to Mortal Kombat that it really overshadowed Street Fighter II in every way. And eventually, there was a Mortal Kombat 2, the game that I was probably the #1 game that I was the most obsessed with. Drove everybody in my family crazy when it was going to be released on home consoles. And for some reason, I don't even have very many memories of Mortal Kombat 3. It was probably my least favorite in all of them. But then, getting to my main point of this whole video, out came Mortal Kombat 4. I mean, every time a new Mortal Kombat arcade appeared at the arcade room, at the Tilt, down in the mall in Victorville, California, I was just so excited because Mortal Kombat was like my favorite fighting game. I was really into it. And Tilt one day with a pocket full of quarters, and I was planning on finally playing this Mortal Kombat 4 arcade for the very first time. Oh, I was excited. So I finally got in there. There was nobody around. I got the chance to play it first that particular day. So I was playing it, I was having fun. And this brings me to the point of this whole video and the thing that pisses me off. No, it's not the arcades that piss me off, people. It's the arcade trolls. The people that come into the arcade rooms and they have their own little particular set of guidelines and rules that they live by, that they must have created their own selves or pulled out of their ass or something, because I never heard of any arcade rooms having rules. These kids would come in there, they'd set their quarters up on the front of the arcade cabinet as I was playing, which in their mind reserved their turn to play next. Where did that rule ever come from? I mean, a pocket full of quarters. I was planning on playing until those quarters were all gone. And these other people I swear, when I get killed in the game, the other people that put their quarters in the front of the machine, they practically push you out of the way when you get killed. And it's like, I'm afraid to even try to take any quarters out of my pocket to try to play again, because they might try to cause a scene and fight or something. What the hell? That single-handedly killed my entire arcade experience. And I never wanted to go to arcades ever again. Fortunately, home console games are so amazing looking anymore that you don't even have to go to arcades to have a really great, awesome experience. And besides, arcades are getting obsolete lately. You don't see them as often these days. Pac-Man Fever. I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. What? That song wouldn't do no good in this day and age. I bet people didn't do that back then, set their quarters on the machine to reserve their turn. How could you... What would a pocket full of quarters do? What would it help you if there's other people that's thinking that they're reserving their turn by putting quarters on the machine? Heck, I should just be a smart ass and grab their quarters when they set them there and say, "Hey, thanks, man." Because it's a dumbass rule and they need it shoved up their ass. And that's the end of this video. That killed my arcade experience, but I don't really care much now because it's kind of a complaint of the past. As I said, I don't go to arcades anymore, except once in a blue moon. I don't know who created that rule, but whoever did deserves to go hang themselves by their private areas. It kills the experience for people playing arcades that's planning on spending a lot. And that's the end of this video. Share your comments with me, people. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that's probably done this yourself, or have been victimized by these stupid little trolls who thinks setting a quarter on the machine reserves their turns. I'll catch you later. I enjoyed this, and it became a little longer than I expected, as always, because I'm a blabbermouth and I don't know how to shut up. See you later, everyone.